The calls that we heard over the past few days and over this weekend, this column in the Journal du Dimanche from 40 doctors of the Paris area saying that they will have to start making some difficult choices and have to pick between patients if further restrictions are not taken. And that's because of the cases we've seen up about 20% in just 1 week now. We had 37,000 new cases just on a Sunday, 42 on Saturday, and the pressure in hospitals in growing certain regions in around the Paris region in particular, where the number of patients in ICU is already higher in the Paris region than it was in the second wave. And so the system is very much under pressure. So you remember that you have 19 regions, including Paris and Lyon, the two largest cities, under further restrictions for the past week when they closed down non-essential shops that came on top of the measures that were already in place, with hospitality and leisure already being shut and a curfew already being in place. So there's a controversy of whether this is enough to actually stop this third wave, because schools remain open. They have been open since September non-stop, and there's more and more voices calling for the shutting of the schools, or maybe at least make the Easter holiday a little bit longer, start earlier, to try to break this third wave. You remember, again, as you mentioned, in January, the president and his government surprised the opinion by not calling for a lockdown in January earlier. The argument now is that, look, in January, Italy and Germany, for example, already took some restrictions and it didn't stop the third wave in those countries. So we were right. And again, the president speaking to the Journal du Dimanche yesterday, saying he had no remorse or no regret on the decision made this far, but that further decisions might have to be taken in the days ahead. Basically, the government is waiting to see whether the new restrictions put in place about 2 weeks ago are enough to stop the trend. So we will see in the next few days whether this will be enough or more restrictions will have to be put in place. And of course, we see that in the meantime, a lot of countries have put some travel restrictions on people coming from France, with Spain putting some mandatory PCR tests for anyone coming by road. It was already in place for people coming by plane, but now it's also for people coming by road. Germany as well, putting France on a high-risk list with tests and quarantine or mandatory for people coming back from France. And the UK said to be considering similar measures. Now, a vaccination campaign is picking up steam. You had 400,000 done on Saturday, and it will grow further with big vaccination centres being open. Big deliveries also expected in the first week of April of Pfizer vaccines coming into the country. They hope to reach the milestone of 10 million vaccinations for mid-April. Of course, this will be not enough to stop this third wave. What they said in the next few days will be very difficult. A lot of pressure on certain hospitals, in particular around the Paris region.